Over here in the UK, there is an elite military unit called the Royal Marines Commandos, and they say to become one of them and stay one of them, it's about 20% application and 80% mental strength. And after being in the world of trading and financial markets for 25 years, I can say it's exactly the same in this space. So if you're new to trading, or you've hit the rocky road and your results are up and down, or you're just not sure whether you're cut out to be a trader or not, I can tell you mental toughness and psychology will make up a huge part of your success, and it's often overlooked. So in this video I put together a short quiz. It won't take you very long at all, just a few minutes, and it's broken down into different sections to find out your strengths and weaknesses and give you an overall score. And you could add that to your trading plan and self-development to become better traders, because knowing your mental strengths and weaknesses is vital for success in this trading. So why don't you give the quiz a go? Hello, I'm Stephen Ho, trader and founder of The Stop Hunter. Now, I actually use this quiz when I'm teaching people, coaching them, mentoring them, trying to find out their strengths and weaknesses. And it doesn't matter if you've been trading for 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, 10 years. I can still find out a lot about you by just taking this simple quiz. It's just 25 questions. It's going to take you a few minutes, and it's broken down into 5 subsections, and we're going to score those 5 subsections because they are going to tell me a lot about who you are. I'll take you step by step through the questions. The scoring process is at the end. Create your own score and then use it accordingly. Let me know in the comments below what you got, whether you think you're mentally strong or weak, where you could improve or not. But really you need to master psychology and understand your own mental strengths and weaknesses if you are, serious about trading and want to get positive results in, the trading arena. So with that, let's get on with the quiz. So get yourself a piece of paper and pen handy, or record this on your phone. These are just simple yes no questions. There's going to be 25 of them, and just record the yes no by each question. And then at the end we're going to go through a scoring process to convert those yes no's into a number. So let's get on with the first batch of 5 questions. Don't worry if you haven't had the trading experience to answer some of these questions. Just answer them as honestly as you can. Put yourself in that space. It really doesn't matter at this time, but you can retake this test in 6 months, a year's time. Do the same thing, see if you've improved on your results. So remember, yes and no by each answer to questions. I'll read the first 5 out. Remember, like I said, just yes no. That's all we need to record at the moment. Number 1, I bounce back quickly from mistakes, setbacks, losses. Number 2, it's easy to put failure behind me. Number 3, if I have a setback early on, it's hard to put it behind me. Number 4, 1, 2 or 3 losing days trading won't crack my confidence. Number 5, I see slumps in my performance as temporary. So there you go, the first 5 questions. Score them up and keep them as a record. Again, it's yes and no for questions 6 to 10. So number 6, I love pressure. It's when I perform at my best. Number 7, I get very nervous, anxious before and during performing an important task. Number 8, I sometimes make bad decisions under pressure and panic in these situations. Question 9, I'm able to execute any plan without hesitation. And number 10, I find I often overplan and don't execute ideas, or I rush in without planning. So there you go, that's the second section of 5, questions 6 to 10. So questions 11 to 15. 11, I can concentrate and focus for long periods of time. Question 12, I rarely get distracted. Number 13, I can quickly refocus and regroup after a setback. Number 14, I focus on my profit and loss when trading. 15, I have clear routines, rituals and plans that I stick to without fail. So there's the third batch of our 25 questions. Questions 16 to 20. I see myself being a successful trader. Number 16. Number 17. I would worry a lot about losing trades and money. Question 18. I know my strengths and weaknesses. Number 19. I am often negative about my performance. And number 20. I am very disciplined. So there's the penultimate batch of 5. So let's move on to the last 5 questions. So question 21. I am passionate about trading and find it interesting and enjoyable. 22. I often find myself going through the motions in things I like doing. 23. I have clear goals on what I want to achieve. 24. I know why trading is important to me. 25, and the final question, I will be a motivated trader. Now if I've gone too quickly through those questions, pause the video, scroll it back, reread the questions and keep your answers. But now we've done the 25 questions, we should have 25 questions with either a yes or no against them. So now let's move on to the scoring process and decipher the results. Now first up, let's go to the scoring template at the top of the page, and that's broken down into those 5 subsections like I was saying. So let's focus in on those. So it's quite simple. You give yourself 1 point for the following answers. So for example, in questions 1 to 5, if you wrote down yes for question 1, you would get 1 point. If you wrote down no for question 1, you would get 0 points. So for question 2, again the same. If you wrote yes, you get 1, no, you get 0. The third question there, if you wrote no, you would get the 1 point, and if you wrote yes, you would get no points. And for the fourth and fifth questions, it's the same. Yes is 1 point, no is 0 points. You then total that subsection up. You then go on to 6 to 10. Look at the answers that I've got there. Yes, no, no, yes, no. See what that matches to yours. So again, the first one, question 6, if you put a yes, it's 1. Question 7, if you put a no, it's 1. And so on. And work your way through the 25, keeping a subsection for each 5 and an overall total. So I'll let you go and work that out, and then we will translate those scores. Again, if I've gone too fast through that scoring setup, then just scroll back the video, pause it and work your way through it. So you can see at the bottom half of the page we have how we utilize those scores. So section 1, which is questions 1 to 5, deals with your resilience and bounce back ability. So if you've got a high score, you know, a 5 say, out of 5, then you are very good in this section. And again, questions 6 to 10 deals with your composure. So a high score there, 4, 5, means you're very comfortable with your composure. And remember, in trading, being composed is very important. 11 to 15 deals with focus and concentration. Sometimes you've got to be sitting in front of those screens for a long period of time. You've got to be able to be nimble and adjust according to different situations and events. So again, we're looking for a high score to mean that you're good in this section. Number 16 to 20 deals with confidence and your own self-confidence. If you haven't got that self-confidence and belief in yourself, you are really setting yourself back, because what that means is you might be more risk adverse, not do trades, question yourself, and you can create bad losing situations around your confidence quite quickly. And finally, the last set of 5 questions, 21 to 25, deal with your motivation. You know, how motivated are you to get up at 5:30 in the morning? You know, put in the hours, put in the, you know, learning, the education, you know, the strategy, thought and design, the back testing, all of that. How motivated are you actually to be a trader? Yes, there's the golden, you know, ticket at the end of the road there if you're good at trading, but if you're not motivated, you are never going to get there. So you can quickly see by the subsections where you're strong and weak, and you might have scored heavily in all of them, but I challenge you to then go trading for 6 months, do the test again, you know, compare that to your results and see really, you've got to be honest here, see really where you are strong and weak, because I've had many people with the big ego take this test and then actually start trading and doing it and realizing they're weak in many of these areas. And once you've done the 5 subsections, add up all the 5 subsection scores to give you an overall total out of 25. So a scoring summary then, in any of the subsections, 4 or above is good, or 2 or below needs development, and sitting in the middle, you know, needs working on. Overall scores, if you're less than 13 out of 25, you need some development. 13 to 19 okay, but requires work in those weaker areas. But if you've scored greater than 20, you are mentally tough and you have, as they say, the nutrients to be a successful trader in the future. But just being mentally tough is not all of it, as we said. You know, there's still all the other stuff you need to learn, the technical analysis, the risk management, you know, all those other pieces that go into making the jigsaw, you know, very complex, but you've got to put them all together to become a success. Let me know in the comments below what scores you achieved in the mental toughness test. Hopefully it was a fun test to do, but it does have some serious underlying elements. Those subsections can quite easily highlight strengths and weaknesses that will be found out very quickly in the world of trading and investing. And if you can keep on top of those and learn where you need to improve, then you can become better traders. So if you've liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons if you want to receive further notification of content that I'm going to produce in the future. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.